reputation of being the best agent with your area, because now you are providing the service that every renter wants and needs. Now, again, this is with Rental Beast Pro. It's just part one, but it's instant access to this giant database that are direct to owner listings. Okay? You're expanding your rental inventory to see the MLS listings and owner source listings in one place. Now, not only that, and I will show you this momentarily, but you can share those same listings on your social media. So you can actually generate leads based off of these Rental Beast listings. And might I point out that you can also go in there and do a map search. So that way, when you are truly looking for properties and helping your clients, you can be super specific of what they want and what they need. And again, you are gaining thousands of listings in additional to the MLS. So this is a huge game changer for you to have that clear view of the MLS and to truly be set up for success. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that we want to be able to leverage those listings, right? And we want to use them in all angles. So whether we have a renter, and this is amazing because we have more properties to show them, or whether you're representing a listing and you want to include them in your CMA. Well, now this becomes a tool that you can leverage to the owners that you're representing, because you can tell them how efficient, how thorough your report is, because it does not only include the MLS, it also includes all the owner listings. This is huge. This is huge. This is how you stand out. And in real estate, you cannot blend in and be using just the same stuff that everyone else is. You must stand out in real estate. So now let's talk about your listings. How do we make your listings stand out so they get filled fast? Well, it is the easiest thing ever. When you have Rental Beast Pro, you will have a tab at the top that says My Listing. Within My Listings tab, you can manage all of your properties. They will be shown right here. You can edit the listing summary. You can edit the application tool. You can edit the syndications. Now, in reference to the application tool, the Apply Now tool, the tenant screening tool that we discussed earlier, all you have to do is click the Applications Edit button and click Use Apply Now by Rental Beast, and then select who will be reviewing the reports. That's it. Then it's attached to your listing. Now, with Pro, we want to maximize your listing exposure. We want it to be posted and we want it to be filled. So when you have Rental Beast Pro, there are no extra steps that you need to do to have it pushed out to all of these additional sites. For example, you no longer have to post your listings on Zillow. When you have Pro, these are defaulted to on, and that means that it's automatically pushed and updated with the MLS. It does not get easier than Rental Beast. Do the job the exact same way that you're doing right now, but you have higher exposure and visibility. Again, the entire second section is focused on how we push your listing. How do we grow your business for you? And it's easy. You do exactly what you've been doing, and you let us handle the heavy load. You let us automatically push it out to the sites like Zillow, HotPads, Trulia, Realtor.com, just to name a few. We want your success, and so we will do all that we can. Now, before I jump into talking about leads and how we grow your pipeline, which I want to focus on, I'm going to double check the Q&A here because I do see some things popping up here. So in reference to the CMA, there's a couple questions in there. So in reference to the CMA, you can put in any information applicable. So it'll pop up, pardon me. Let me just show you here. So you will put up here whatever search parameters are applicable. And then what will happen is all you do is click this little button right here. It says CMA tool. Do you see that highlighting up? And it will actually compare whatever you have selected. So if I wanted to do all these, if I wanted to leave it as is, you're selecting this box, you're clicking CMA. And I apologize because it logged me out. So typically it would not log you out. Mine is just because I've been in this for a while and have so many tabs open. But then the CMA would pop up and you'd have all the information right there. Do we have nationwide access? I'm unclear if you're referencing the Apply Now tool or simply the listings, but the answer is yes. Nationwide access would mean that, yes, Rental Beast itself is nationwide. Our tenant screening tool does run the criminal background nationwide. However, when you sign up for Pro, you would be signing up for access within your coverage area. So it'd be the same footprint as your MLS. A couple questions about the owner listings, which I love. Okay, owner listings are not pulled from any third-party sites. Okay, to clarify, they are not pulling these listings from anywhere. The owners are actually posting their listings directly into Rental Beast, which is killer. It's amazing. They are coming into our system. They are choosing to post their listing into Rental Beast with the knowledge that it's going to get it in front of real estate professionals like yourself. They want to do this, okay? They want to have a way to get it seen as much as possible, and this is their way to do so. We are reaching out to them to verify the information, so that's always nice, and then that way you can be confident in the listings that you're working with. Perfect. All right. So we're going to jump right in here to the third section then. It is always a highly anticipated section, and I'm always excited for this one because it's just another advantage of Rental Beast Pro, and it's all included. So you're not having to, pick and choose what you want. You just have everything with Rental Beast Pro. So let's talk and focus on lead generation and building your pipeline. As I mentioned, renters are the top of the funnel, okay? Never stop working the top of the funnel, okay? If you do, business dries up. Work with renters, represent renters, close them as renters, convert to home buyers, okay? It is a whole track. Well, Rental Beast Pro gives you ways to build your sphere of influence, and then we also help to build you. What do I mean by that? We have 2 ways that you can personally share our listings on your social media. To clarify, you do not have to be the exclusive listing agent of our owner-sourced listings. They are pre-authorized for you to share on social media. Now, when you do this, do not worry. We're not sharing the owner's information, but rather, if a renter clicks on your link that you shared, that renter becomes a lead for you. The renter will never see the owner's information. The renter has no knowledge of the situation. They're just ready to see the property. So you can do that a couple ways. This is the same listing I showed you earlier. Easy peasy. You click on the arrow and you select the social media that you would like it to be posted to. It is literally that simple. I suggest, if you can, post a few times a week. This is going to help to get people to your business page. It's going to help to generate renters by showcasing these very attractive properties. And getting those renters is going to get you word of mouth advertising and help you to have a larger pipeline of renters and home buyers. That's one way. The second way is that with Pro, you will have a website that looks just like this, minus the photo in the up corner. You can customize this with your photo, headshot, logo, and of course your contact information. And you can be specific of all listings that you want to show, certain listings you want to show. So you can post this on social media, in your About Me section, embedded in your website, and it's going to act the same way. It's your efforts by sharing this out. So anytime anybody clicks on it and requests a showing, they become a renter for you. Nobody else, for you. Your work, your renter. But we still want to help. Rental Beast takes all the listings under this tab, okay? And we push them out to the syndication sites such as realtor.com. Well, obviously, we have a ton of renters that see these properties and they're requesting showings. And we are not representing those renters. You are. So when you have Pro, you can put in an unlimited number of zip codes that you want to receive renter leads from. Now, what's cool is that as a renter comes in, we send it to one Pro subscriber. It's very orderly. You can choose what works for you. You want it via email? Cool. You want a text message? Cool. You want it both? That works too. You have about 5 minutes, and all you have to do is click yes, and then that lead is yours, given to you, for you to work, for you to have that relationship, to represent as a renter, to convert as a home buyer. That is your relationship that you get 100%. Now, leads are distributed in a round robin distribution. So it's even, it's orderly. It is not a mad dash with 10 people getting the same person. It is so perfect and so easy for you to create leads and accept leads from us. And there's no limit to your success when you're using it. Now, to make it even easier, you can manage all of your clients right within Rental Beast under the Clients tab. You can see what they're doing. You can see properties that they're interacting with. You can log your communication with them. Here you can see when they receive inventory alerts, which you can set up right within the system. You can send them a client questionnaire. So you can see what their wants are, their needs, their deal breakers. When are they looking to move? All of this is included with Rental Beast so you can have success within one system. So again, when it comes to your pipeline, it's about exposure. You have to be seen for you to accept lead. So you can use your personalized page that's included with Pro, or you can share listings individually to your social media. These are just two of the ways that you're going to be able to accept renter leads and accept them directly from us. Again, for unlimited zip codes. Now, before I jump into how to get started and that discount code, I'm going to go ahead and answer any questions that have popped up real quick here. So I do see a couple more questions popping in here. Yes, this webinar is being recorded. No worries there. I will send it out shortly later today. We haven't ran in, there's a couple of questions in here talking more about those owner source listings. Again, we are verifying this information directly with the owners, so it is probably the easiest transaction that you will ever have. There's no middleman, so that's wonderful. And so, again, trust me when I say that when you start using Rental Beast Pro, you will wish you have done it yesterday. I cannot tell you how many agents I have personally worked with that have said, I wish I would have known about this sooner. It's that straightforward. Okay, so now let's talk about how you can use this. How do you get access now? You're at your computer, you're watching this webinar. Do not hesitate, okay? When we're done, just go type in this promo code and sign up. It's that simple. How do you access Rental Beast Pro? Well, go into Canopy, and you can either go into your tools and you click on the Rental Beast, or you can go under search and click on Rental Beast. They'll both take you to the same spot, okay? When you go in there, all you have to do is select the upgrade button, which is in the upper right-hand corner. Now, this is a big deal. Please hear me for all that I have to say here. We have never done a discount of this size, and I don't want you to miss out. Today is the 15th. I know that this promo code is working through this weekend, and I do not want you to miss this. The standard rate with your MLS is every 90 days, it's $149 total. We are offering, because you joined this webinar, that you can use the discount code, which is in this green banner, CHNC99, so like Charleston, North Carolina, 99. And this will save you $50 on every subscription for the duration of Rental Beast and You. That drops your price from $149 to $99 total for 90 days of access. And you get to be locked in at that discounted rate for life. So whether there was ever a price change, you're locked in. We are securing your spot and we are securing your discount. Now, I know we're on the webinar. Hopefully you are also pulling up your MLS on the other screen, but if not, I encourage you to write down this promo code, CHNC99, and that's going to save you $50 off of a 90-day subscription for life. A couple things I want to point out here is that keep in mind that Rental Beast is purely subscription. You are not signing a contract. It's just defaulted to auto renew. But for only $99, this is a steal. It is a low investment on your business with no downside risk, just high potential. I encourage you to check out Rental Beast. I encourage you, considering that we are in the rental market, that we are in the busiest time of rentals, do not miss your opportunity to use Rental Beast. Even if you try it for 90 days and try it during this hot season and you test out this discount and you really get your bang for your buck, you are going to love it. Now, before I jump off and before we end this webinar, I do want to encourage you to type any questions that you have in the chat. I am going to pop up there and start reading through them just in case there's anything else that we have missed. There's a question here about terms, or pardon me, length of lease, I should say. Rental Beast itself, so as far as furnished or unfurnished, you can use those in that advanced filters that I showed you. As far as a lease term, all Rental Beast listings are a minimum of a 3-month lease or more. And let me double check here that I got all the questions answered. I do have a question in here showing about when doing a rental search, basically clarifying that it's the correct listings that are showing and not from other locations. It should not be showing anything outside of what your rental search parameters are. So when you go in there, as long as you have the general locations, so the zip codes will go with, it should only show you information at that point. If for some reason it is showing you stuff outside of your MLS or outside of your coverage area, please make sure to reach out to your MLS. Typically, there may be a setting that is off in the search parameters within your membership. So just double check with them. So that way it's not happening, because I don't want that to happen with your MLS listings or your Rental Beast listing. There's a question here talking about commission or normal commission fees. So again, there's no commissions shown. We know that due to the recent NAR changes, right? I encourage you to negotiate 1 month's rent as commission with owners that you're reaching out to. Have a conversation, express to them the value that they can opt in to pay 1 month's rent as commission, or there's the risk of having it sit on the market for 2 months. Well, paying 1 month's commission or losing 2 months rent, we know which one they're going to choose. There's one in here, a very valuable one. It says, so what happens after the 90 days? What does it go back to? I am going to keep you locked in at this discounted rate as long as you use that promo code. So again, normally it would be $149, but if you lock in using this code, you are locked in for life. That price will never raise. Every 90 days, it'll be $99 even. Question here talking about fees that a realtor should charge the renter. I do not have advice on that. That is something you want to speak to your brokerage specific about. A question here talking about the rental listings, pardon me, basically whether to assume that they're by owners and not agents. Honestly, you can go into those advanced filters again that I showed you on that search page. And if you would like one versus the other, you can specify right there. And same with you, if you only want to review rental based listings or MLS listings, then you can use the tabs. You can be specific. How does the landlord pay you? Commissions are handled through your brokerage as a standard transaction. We do not change anything there. You would talk to your brokerage there. We do not touch the commission in any way, shape, or form. And last but definitely not least, but quite the question to have on the end here for me is, what is the deadline for the promo code? The promo code is lasting through this weekend. I believe it is set to expire on Sunday.